And welcome to the Darkened Hour. This is your host, Joshua X. Snowhart, and with me is the magnificent, fabulous, extraordinaire.
Did you say magnificent?
I was gonna ask.
Really?
The same.
I said that? I said that. I said
You skipped
magnificent.
the whole syllable.
Oh, man.
An evolved one.
Memes.
Yeah.
All night today.
Yeah.
Night today.
Josh,
Okay.
do you even English?
I don't. Not today, man. Not today.
Food is hanging up heavily.
It's been one hell of a day, people. But introduce yourselves. Who are you? I don't know who you guys are.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Hove.
For a minute there, I thought you were gonna bark. Oh, let me introduce you. No.
Oh no, I was gonna bark. I was gonna do either the Jay-Z thing or I was gonna do the Valentinez Alquilina Ziva Cesar Mujeres. Gamigo Bella, Blue Stradivari, Talent Trent Pierre, Andre Charlton Hemos, Da Vinci, Baldios, Joyce, Dioito Kazer, the back.
You know, and this is I'm sorry. This is the perfect segue. That was the perfect segue to everything. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And of course.
Yes, Tia LaBeouf, aka Tia Belcher.
All right. Okay. So, we had a pretty interesting week today. 2 days ago we had a wonderful person.
I'm sorry. All right, you reminded me of hold on, I dropped my phone.
Yo.
All right, you just pulled a Goku from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where he said, "I spent the whole year training Gohan last week," and you just said we had an interesting week today.
Oh, did I? Oh my goodness! I can't English.
I was gonna let it go, but
listen, I can't English today. I can't English this entire week. English at all. I can't do English.
The hypersonic lion tamer.
Yo, what?
Hyperbolic time chamber. He couldn't say the name, so he kept making up words to say it.
I hate Goku, and I just hate him. Period. People those out there know.
Yes.
But yeah, 2 days ago we had a wonderful individual here. The writer.
Yes, creator
creator of Harriet Tubman.
Demon Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah, he goes by David Crownson. It's our previous video. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
This guy was going. Yo, David's the man.
Let him do the talking.
If you just let him go.
Oh yeah.
He just had his antidotes were so on point.
And he answered everything on our list without even us even having to
he
ask
answered questions I didn't even think about. Like he was talking about certain angles I didn't even consider. So he was just awesome to have. He just loves what he does, and we love talking to him about it.
Oh yeah, Harriet, David, right? David Crownson.
Yes.
I'm gonna just call him Crownson because I love that last name. Crownson. If you're listening, if you're seeing this, please, we would like to have you again on the show.
Totally.
And especially on a Sunday. Sunday would be awesome to have him on,
Totally.
So we can all geek out and nerd out.
Nerd out like a little more casual stuff, so we're not sitting here like it's an interview because I wasn't here. I had to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. But yeah, guys, if you're of course if you're if you seeing us right now, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, it's in stores.
Yes.
It's on Comixology. Mm-hmm. It's an app it's a mobile app, right? Is it only a mobile app or is it
No, you can actually go on the website and buy it there, or you can download the app on your phone.
And is it a one called what?
Peep Game Comics.
There you go.
That also has it and also supports other artists and creatives of color. That's kind of like the theme.
Okay.
And yeah, you can also buy it on print there. And I think I saw on his Instagram, he's sold out in Ohio.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's just like.
And I think in New York too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
New
York was
that's something.
That's something to be said about that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's catching fire. So
and it's only issue 2. Issue 2 just came out.
Yeah, he's still working on 3 and 4.
Oh, there you go. And there's a lot of illustrators on there. People who worked on Image Comics, DC, Marvel.
Yeah.
Legitimate heavy hitters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, check it out. Yeah, check it out, guys. But yeah, so going on to the topic of discussion today. I know last week when we were going in on the wonderful it was a blur. We went in on Justice League, right? Last week.
We were jokes.
I think it was Avengers, right? We're talking about the Infinity Trailer, and then it turned into
Infinity Trailer. There we go. I'm sorry.
That's right. We were about and it turned into
I don't know why it was
joke that. Yeah.
There we go. And it was the trailer that we spoke about last week.
We
right.
spent a whole show on a trailer because memes are cancer.
Right. And I know one of the individuals who were on the chat, they wanted us to talk about Doomsday Clock and of course Dark Knight Metal. Which is the current DC storyline, a Batman DC storyline, which is Dark Metal, ongoing now. Also, about 2 weeks ago, Doomsday Clock hit. Mm-hmm. And if you guys haven't noticed, DC is merging a Vertigo property, which is still DC, technically, merging Watchmen and the DC universe into one single universe. And it started 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Now, we're here for the people. We will talk about this today. Perhaps even review a little bit.
Sure.
But we're going to start off on Doomsday Clock. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yep, it's Rorschach. Of course, if you guys know Watchmen, most of you guys know Rorschach.
Yeah.
He is the man, the crazy man.
Yes, for sure.
And most of you know of Watchmen because of the movie that came out with, of course, wonderful Zack Snyder, who did it, directed it. I think he did amazing with it.
Most people like that movie.
Oh yeah.
I can honestly say, despite the fact all the flock that like DC affiliated movies get, that one was actually pretty Yeah, I don't hear too many negative things about it. Most people who didn't like the movie just generally didn't get it. Like they're just like, I don't understand what's happening. So like that's to be expected if you just don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
Right. It's it's if you read the comics, you're definitely gonna. It's a hit or miss at the same time.
Even not reading it was still enjoyable because I damn sure didn't know the comics when I watched the movie, and I still enjoyed it.
Okay. I know it was one of those heavy hitters other than V for Vendetta, because I know V for Vendetta came out back in 2005, 2006, and the next big heavy hitter after that which was Watchmen. I think was Superman Returns 2010, or was it also in between?
I want to say Superman Returns was afterwards.
Afterwards, right?
Because before that, it was 2008, and then
which was
Marvel
like the Batman stuff.
Marvel had Iron Man 2008, and then
Dark Knight was there. Batman Begins was around their time as well.
This was like a very interesting time.
That was when good DC movies were.
This one things were pretty dark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things were pretty not so sunshiny, and it's amazing.
People were okay with this.
Yeah,
people were okay with that.
That was not the criticism of Watchmen. The fact that it was dark.
Yeah,
people just didn't get
it. Exactly.
It's just a long movie.
The reason I think a lot of the dark flock they get is because that same thing is infecting the heroes that they expect to be bright and shiny. Like, when Batman's dark, that's what it's supposed to be. But when you see a dark story on Superman, people are like, ew, no, and it's like it's a better story that way, because otherwise this Boy Scout is boring.
Right. Exactly. And that's my whole thing. And if you want to be Boy Scout, if you're harking on the fact, then it just can't win. No matter which way you like to throw,
you have to be open to all forms of Superman, because he's not just a Boy Scout. He can be all these other things.
Right. Okay. So issue 1 came out 2 weeks ago. It was a big thing. It was huge. It was something that we've been waiting for. The reason why Rebirth came to be. The reason why Convergence then happened, this whole overhaul of DC, we're trying to, renew, I guess, just rewrite the mistakes, quote unquote, of the New 52, because many people didn't like New 52, and supposedly people lost a lot of readers. Yet the New 52 is the only time that DC ever trumped Marvel. No pun intended. Trumped Marvel in comics, because DC was always number 2. And unfortunately, I like them to be number 1, but I'm a little biased that way. But they decided to, we want our old readers back, but we do not want to lose our new readers who came onto the fold during the New 52. And they're doing a pretty good job. Thus, Rebirth, they're bringing back people like Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. They're bringing back,
We don't talk about trash. We just don't.
Speaking of which,
Blue Beetle?
You know exactly what I'm referring to.
Oh, your favorite character? Yeah,
Booster
Gold.
Right.
Yeah.
They also brought back Wally West.
Trash Gold.
You got to see her closet though. She got a
gold.
A shrine.
No, gum.
Is that what you
out of used gum shaped out of Booster Gold.
What am I, Helga? Like.
Yeah.
Oh man, but they also brought back the definitive thing. The reason why Rebirth started, and this started at the to begin with, is Wally West.
Yes.
The original Wally West came back, and he's like, hey, Flash, Barry Allen, something happened when the New 52 happened. It was not because of you making Flashpoint, which is the movie they're gonna make soon. With this is so many segues going on here, connectivity, and he's like, oh, really? Then if I wasn't responsible, who was? And we're like, well, it might be some blue guy in the sky who was doing some stuff like Mr. Manhattan, hence Doomsday Clock.
Yeah.
Now, we've heard of Doomsday Clock once before, back in the late 1980s, early 1990s, with the death of Superman. Doomsday. Now, it's happening again. Now, we're alluding to the fact of Manhattan versus Superman. That's what's going on. Oh, but that's what we think that's going on. Because there's many pictures and pins of the Doomsday Clock, but in the shape of the Watchmen pin, and you see the Superman symbol at the time where midnight hits. So I'm sure you guys read it. So what do you think? What were your thoughts, concerns, questions on the first issue of Doomsday Clock?
I think my first concern as to who this new Rorschach is. Who is this
by the
guy?
way, spoiler.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, like from the
because we all know Rorschach died.
Yeah.
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 But he died.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan destroyed him because Rorschach was going to reveal the truth of Dr. Oz about what he was the one who murdered all 3 million people. He conspired all to build this new world or whatnot. So Rorschach was like, "You're gonna have to kill me," and Dr. Manhattan's like, "Yeah, you're right," Poof, and we're done. That's the end of his story. So we have this new guy who is black, which he made sure that.
Which I think is the black child who's always reading the comics in the actual comic book.
Who's reading the pirate comic.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that was him. I could be wrong. Who knows? And if I'm wrong, sue me.
I want to think it's his therapist who was the black guy who was studying him, who was doing a psychological profile of him. And he was kind of like a little lost in this story because his marriage was failing. You know, he was staying late at work. I actually reread The Watchmen, and I was paying pretty close attention to this guy. He was really affected by him. So I think it's him. That he kind of lost his way, and he just adopted this personality that's his way of coping with the loss of his regular life. Then think about the aftermath of all of this. I guess being Rorschach felt normal now. Yeah. Because he didn't understand him at all. How could you be so pessimistic and so negative? Now maybe he gets it now. So that's what I came down to that conclusion.
Okay. All right.
I only read the Dark Knight.
Oh, okay, perfect.
No, that's
perfect.
Fine.
Now,
fine.
even better because now we have a fresh take on this.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on an actual crossover between these two franchises? Like, I'm gonna put you in here no matter what.
You already know.
Like, I gotta hear this.
Okay,
you love crossovers. That that's overall generally speaking. But now with these two specific. You know enough of Watchmen. You definitely know about the DC universe. Yeah. So. What do you think? What you think this is going to work? Where do you think they will be taking this? And if you already have an idea, what do you think that they might?
The way I'm taking it is almost putting, on a business standpoint, from like a comic maker standpoint, I guess, is helping put Watchmen back on the map. Mm-hmm. So it's a business strategy of like, okay, this is a successful series that doesn't get the shine it deserves. You know, V for Vendetta blew up because of the movie, and we have Anonymous rocking it. So that merchandise can sell. Yeah. Why not use something else that was in the public's light but didn't really get the shine that it deserved and put it into something that obviously does? Mm-hmm. Now, you're looking at what the Watchmen are. You have general street justice and crime fighters. They're not heroes. They're crime fighters. Yeah. They obviously speak the same language of Batman. Mm-hmm. They're cut from the same cloth. Obviously, there's a whole jokes on Owlman and Batman all the time. And the other Courts of Owl and so like all of it.
That's interesting because you do have a lot of things that they can play on with.
Exactly, all this already fits together, but then you have these ground level, almost like Marvel style characters because they're very ground level. The Watchmen, but then you have Manhattan, this universe breaker,
because now he seems like he moved to like Cosmos level now because he can make his own universe at will now, which is ridiculous.
Universe.
Yeah. So then when you toss him into the mix, it's like, all right, why has he not stepped into the DC universe already? So it's like now that he's stepping in there, he's seeing a whole new light of people where everyone's a threat. Yeah. So he's got to like eliminate Rorschach. He's got to eliminate Bruce. He's got to come to apparently face off against Superman, who might go God mode for all we know. It's like it's a lot of possibilities that could happen. It's just that what's going to happen is the thing. It's like, okay, is this going to be an actual universe meld, or is this going to be a one-off? Like, is this really going to unite these two worlds where like future collaborations will happen? Where like basically I'm saying, are we going to see just a one-off and
that's they go back to
the universe never again, or are we going to see like every time, like every other issue or something, or every other year when Bruce is doing something, or if Barry's doing something, they're like doing a detective work and like randomly Rorschach shows in or something
like they legit will reside in their universe, in their backyards, in their city, and doing what they have to do. That makes sense.
Pretty much like how we have been, like you can't have a Spider-Man comic without like an X-Men showing up.
Yeah, because they're all in this. Come on, they're all in the same. Technically, everybody lives in New York.
Everybody's a neighbor, but like, that's pretty much what I'm pitching at. Like, granted, we said like a few weeks ago we're sick of the cameos of if this is a Wonder Woman, let it just be Wonder Woman. No more Superman or Batman jumping in and showing up. That I agree with. I'm sick of that, but we don't have any problem with the undergrounders. Yeah, or like the side characters. Like, if it's a Wonder Woman comic, why not have Batwoman show up?
Right.
Interesting.
You know,
if it adds something to
if
the
it's
story,
Green Lantern,
sure.
why not throw
Yeah.
Damien in there or
Yeah,
Red
I
Hood? Like
agree.
the background characters who we love and we have huge fan bases, why not throw them in there? So I see with Doomsday Clock is pretty much serving that purpose. Yeah, we can spearhead any mainstream character, but it doesn't hurt to have like Martian Manhunter and then he has like a one-on-one with Manhattan, and it's like, okay, what's happening? Or Dr. Fate with Manhattan. It's like,
that's an interesting conversation.
That would be interesting. Now, you know, this came out when I read this, it was straight Watchmen. Like, you don't see no DC characters in here
until you get
the last 2 pages.
That's it.
Not even like a page, and that was Superman when he was having a dream.
Yeah,
it was all a dream. I used to read. I can't say Daily Bugle magazine. There's too many syllables in that joke. I'll come back to you.
But the entire issue of this was a direct continuation of the Watchmen series, of the actual graphic
even the
novel.
layout,
everything. And this is, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, DC doesn't need a continuation. I mean, it's continuing on no matter what. DC doesn't need this. Like you said, it's more of a Watchmen standpoint. Even though in between, for the last 5 years, Watchmen had its own ongoing series, which is the Minutemen. I believe it was like what's it, like pre-Watchmen, something like that. It was like the prequel,
right?
But it was the prequel. This is like, I believe this is like just straight continuation, fresh start, continuing on. But it was a nice drink of water. Let me tell you that. But as I was reading all this, you know, we got to see Mr. Asmodeus coming back. We see Rorschach, even though that's not the Rorschach that we know. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, Rorschach was always an idea.
Yeah, he was.
And that's something that we always tend to forget. These heroes are not what they are.
Even Owlman is a legacy character.
Yeah.
Who was Hollis, who was the previous Owlman.
Which is good because, at that time, it just shows us in the 1980s, that's what these characters were. Now we lose that. In the modern time, it's like the Batman is the detective, the Bruce Wayne. Superman is the Clark. Wonder Woman is the Diana. The Mascara is like, okay, but what are they really? They're these ideas, these ideals that never die, and that's what we tend to, that's like the differences of the times. And I'm reading all this, like, this is great, and then I read the last page and I see Superman wake up, and that's where it hits me because I forget that this was a DC comic.
Yeah,
I was like, this is the Watchmen stuff, and then I read it. It's like, oh wow, this is a DC comic, and I see him wake up, and I'm like, oh, my hair just went up. Like, I feel like Spider-Man in that trailer.
And he said like, I don't think I've ever had a nightmare before.
Yes, it's like back in the day when Superman was having a cold when he had cancer, and Batman's like, you never coughed in your entire life before. Why are you coughing now? Clark, you're having a nightmare. No, that's never such thing. This never happened before to you.
Who's disturbing his subconscious in that way?
Yeah.
I really think it's Manhattan playing games right now. That's what I think. I think it's what he's doing.
And also, Manhattan's been around this entire rebirth run, right? And if people are reading Superman, the latest thing that happened in the Superman comic is we get to see Superman's father. Yes. Like his actual born father, Jor-El, come to Earth. And he's been here this entire time. And was put here because of Manhattan. And his last confrontation between Clark happened, but then Manhattan came and took him out of the fray yet again.
Yeah.
All right? He's been working through this entire time. We don't know what Manhattan is really trying to get at. What does this means? We don't know what's going to happen. What is going to happen? And also, what does metal ties in all this? Because this is, in my opinion,
they kept advertising
into it. Right.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
This is the biggest event before Doomsday Clock. Obviously, this has some ties with the metal.
Yes.
Some way, shape, or form.
Waiting for that tie-in. That's all I'm waiting for.
That tie-in, those two
the
things,
tie-in
right?
within the tie-in that brings in the Watchmen somehow, some way. But the idea of a Dr. Manhattan and Superman fight is kind of absurd. Dr. Manhattan does not consider Superman his equal in any respect.
Superman's not going to fight him.
He's a god and we're ants.
Yep.
And if you see how he speaks to like Silk Spectre or in the old Watchmen, he's in the future already.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even
future, past, and the present. Yeah,
he is all of these things at once. So I think he is someone who's practicing at building universes, and he's pulling characters out of the story and he's putting them back in. And he's doing this because he wants to practice. He's like, maybe I'll go somewhere else and make something.
Because everything's an experiment to him.
Yeah,
it seems like
he's detached. He is scientific.
Now, okay. So now I'm gonna hit some questions here because the question has been going throughout Rebirth. The 3 Jokers. To this day, we're saying that one of the Jokers is the comedian. Right. That's something that is it's but when one of the Jokers came out, they was like, okay, well, one Joker we already know died in the fight between Batman at the end of the New 52. The other one, probably is the one that was locked in the cave during the beginning of Metal. We don't know yet. We don't know because, mind you, one died and then one became lost his memory when Bruce lost his memory.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then we see another one locked in the cave around Metal time.
Yeah, he's hiding.
So we're like, wait, is that the same Joker from the one who lost his memories, or what's going on with that? But then we have a third Joker. We don't know who that is, and people's like, oh, that's the comedian. So we don't know what's going on. So that's a thing.
I guess the comedian would be a fun. Like it'd be a fun
I don't
one.
see it.
I just don't see a timeline.
But
it doesn't
who
make
knows? Yeah. Another thing is the Button event, which is one of the comic books that I forgot to put in the stack because that's another
tie-in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was when Bruce Wayne met his father Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint universe, and that was the continuation of the Flashpoint universe comics that didn't have an end.
Yes.
Right, and it was finally being erased from existence, obviously by Manhattan, right? And because of this, Bruce Wayne finally met his father, and the thing that his father said was, "Just don't be the Batman." And after the end of that issue, the bat symbol came about. And you see Bruce Wayne just looking at the symbol
and ignoring it.
And after said, "Hey, are you gonna go to that mask?" And he just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And Scott Snyder, the writer, said Manhattan did that on purpose. He orchestrated all this. He wanted Bruce to meet his dad so that his dad will be able to tell him that because he wanted Bruce Wayne, the Batman, out of the fray entirely so he can deal with Superman.
And it makes you wonder.
Why?
Why Superman? Don't get me wrong, Superman, blah blah. But like, if you're Dr. Manhattan, you literally built this. This is
Batman
is your
issue.
toy.
Batman will be an issue.
Batman is still a problem.
Batman is an issue.
This is literally yours.
Because mind you, if anyone knows what's going on or is on the trail of what's going on, it's Batman. No one's knowing what's going on. I mean, other than him and Barry.
Yeah,
but
Barry would have some inkling because of the button, and stuff
the Speed Force, Wally West, and all that's good stuff.
I wonder what's his end game in all this. I'm just so curious.
I think Manhattan just screwed up. I think he made because at the end of Watchmen, it was just like, I'm done with Earth. I just want to make something up, something that I can just.
I grow weary of these human lives.
Exactly.
Type mentality.
He did it, and he literally has that guy mentality where it's like, these are all ants. These are just my playthings on an anthill, and yada yada yada. And boom, this is what happened. I think that's what happened.
His alien ant form.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's
can humans even understand how to God, if you want to call him, could even decisions that he's going to make, and why and what those purposes are. He didn't. He left when he was getting accused, right, of giving people cancer. He just chilled on Mars, mind his own business. Oh, you got to come save us. He's like, no, I don't. Pretty much he said, no, I don't have to do anything here. Look at this beautiful planet I'm in. It managed to thrive without humans. Yeah. So why do I need to save y'all? And still expect nothing to say, really. Her argument,
his only anchor was her.
That was it. And then when she was dealing with Owlman, and he was like, okay, well, I'm going to peace out.
Peace out,
honey. Yeah, pretty much.
I knew this was going to happen anyway.
For real, I know it was going to happen. But I'm still mad about it. That's literally what his argument was. I can still be mad about it. Even though I knew it was going to happen, I'm still going to be salty about it.
Right. Okay, so, guys, Doomsday Clock is on the shelves now. It's been 2 weeks. I'm kind of a little disappointed that it's only one per week because DC has spoiled me
and
giving me 2 times a month, which is great. But, I mean, this is how it usually was.
Yeah.
Once a month. So this is going to be the entirety of 2018.
What sucks about us being in black and white.
Yes, because it's the light is also the light will screw it up even more so, and it's
holographic on that point.
All of these comic books are holographic.
Yeah.
Just about. Hey guys, this is it.
You know, we should start doing this with low saturation instead.
Just
lower saturation. That way it's not black and white, but it's faded color.
There you go.
We're talking about comic books, but we in black and white. We in a newspaper strip. This ain't the Daily Bugle.
So there's another storyline we would like to talk about, which I believe takes place right before Doomsday Clock, or if not, because the Doomsday Clock is 12 months after all the current storylines, if I'm not mistaken, that are taking place now.
You say Doomsday Clock
is 12 months after. So there's a gap in between, and this gap, the current storylines of every single comic book right now is gonna fill. Yes, and that's more questions. We don't know if Manhattan is pushing the time forward or what's gonna happen in between.
If memory serves correct, on the first panel it says November 5th, 1992.
That was right. Okay, 1992.
They're still within their framework. They're still within 7 years of that whole catastrophic disaster. It hasn't been that too much time.
But mind you, that's their universe.
Right.
That's their universe. That's again, we're meshing these universes now.
I'm thinking like they are right. Okay.
Yeah.
Really hard.
They overlap each other sometimes.
Exactly.
So maybe it's 1992 in their universe, but we're still present day here. So that's why Superman is affected by it.
Who knows?
Who knows?
As far as we know, Superman can just dream of different universes. Make this guy a little more strong.
Yeah, sure. Let's give him more powers.
Right?
Give him more abilities for no reason at all. Cool.
Okay, so
watching Game of Thrones and he has a dream about the past and he ends up changing the past because when he's dreaming he accesses the Speed Force.
For real. Like,
wow.
Why not?
Right? Why not? Okay, so there's a storyline that came out months ago actually. It came out honestly, and this is the thing about it is Doomsday Clock was advertised a lot more. All right, we were more just hyped for Doomsday Clock.
Even at Comic-Con, that big installment.
Yes. Batman Metal barely got any advertisement. It was like towards the very end. It was like, oh, Batman Metal, that's it, big deal, whatever. Oh, cool. And then, but when this hit, it hit hard. Okay, it hit harder than Doomsday Clock in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Way harder, and it's going strong.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, DC Metal, Batman Metal is a Batman-oriented storyline, but it's a global event that's going on right now, and it's pretty much because we know that comic books deal heavily on multi-universes. That's a thing. You can't have comic books without universes or multi-universes. That's always been a thing. Even in the Marvel universe,
especially.
Yeah. Now we know that there's 52 universes, hence the new 52.
Yes.
But the question was, what if there's more, and not extra universes like the universes that we've been brought to see or brought to light, but universes on the flip side. Something that we like to call the dark universe. Something that we can even see if we decide to come out as a cosmic
being. The upside down world. Yeah.
Traitor things. So, yeah. And nostalgia things. And it's pretty much a mirror of the 52 universes that we come to know, but these 52 universes having polar opposites. Where everything is dark, everything just ends up bad, horrible.
Yeah, like if Anakin had the high ground.
Oh my God, mate. It hurts.
Anakin, I have the high ground.
Don't try it. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power.
Actually, I don't.
Is it what?
You thought.
1-800, you tried it.
It's just spinning. Okay, so damn.
He realizes train of thought.
So yeah, dark universes. It deals with a certain specific kind of metal, and it's a metal that we didn't know much of, but only seen in the works of Deathstroke. We've seen in the Hawkeye. Hell, we even seen it in Justice League, in the animated Justice League, with Hawkgirl's mace. The mace, it's the nth metal.
Yes.
And apparently we just come to find that nth metal has a lot more relevance, significance in this universe than we ever thought possible.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Everything that's supernatural.
The live stream of
it's the live
DC
stream, yeah, it's
is
live
the
stream.
nth metal, apparently. Apparently, of course, Batman knows it all. Batman knew of this. And
been researching it
and
forever.
just continued researching it forever, more before anybody.
Had the outsiders look after it.
Oh my goodness!
And
these outsiders are like before New 52.
Exactly.
They're now they're doing Doomsday stuff. They're already combining stuff from pre-New 52 stuff into it, so readers can be like, oh, even the tower, the anti-monitor tower, which is like 1980s.
The tuning fork.
The tuning fork, which was made by the original Infinite Crisis tower, made by Superboy Prime, which is amazing. You guys go pick it up. One of the best stories ever created. And Batman had all of this stuff. He told Superman he placed the anti-monitor
for of Solitude.
And he told him, "Don't you look in that room." He told Superman not to look into a room that he owned. That's cool because it's Batman.
Literally.
I mean, I've done that before. I've gone into people's houses and I saw them sitting in a chair that I usually sit in. It's like,
what's going on?
What are you doing? He just gets up and leaves. I'm like,
I'm glad we're on
my
the same
seat
page.
In your own house.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But the biggest selling point of this was you love Batman, right? Or if not, you kind of know of Batman. But what if Batman had different variations of himself?
Which we don't need.
We don't need
seven versions.
From this dark universe, and it's like not the stereotypical of what if the Justice League were, Bruce Wayne or like Batman. No. It's like, what if, Batman was a perverted version of a Justice League member, but it wasn't really mimicking a Justice League member. It literally is
like this mesh.
Yes.
Yeah. This nasty mesh of his worst impulses with his desire to have the power of whatever that Justice League character is.
Pretty much, yeah. Literally what Red Death was.
Yes.
Literally what Red Death was.
And these aren't like people who wanted to be Bruce Wayne or wanted to be No, these were Bruce Wayne. And that's the hard part. This is the part that kind of pains me a little bit. It makes me sad because these are all Bruce Wayne.
Word.
They started the same way, the same tragedy, parents dying. They just took a different turn. This is what if Bruce Wayne did something completely different than what we normally would know him to do, being the Dark Knight. And in some variations he did so, but it was there later on during the line where he perversed. Yes. Sometimes beyond his control, sometimes by his own choice. So before we continue to talk about the metal, why don't we go through the 7? Because all that is out already. All the 7 Batmans are already out. All right, so let's go through each one of them. I know we all have our favorites.
Of course.
Yes.
The first one that came out was Red Death, which is one of my favorites on the Green Lantern one. Go down across the board. What do you guys think about? I mean, now Batman, Red Death. How did he come about? What happened?
I thought how he got the Speed Force was just dirty. Like how he took it from Flash like that way. Like he just strapped him on the car. He just drove.
But why? What happened?
Oh yeah, no, it was trauma. No, Batman lost the Bat family, and he's asking him like, "Give me the Speed Force. I'm getting older. I'm getting slower. I need this power."
And this is and then made it known.
Desperate. Yeah.
This is the Dark Knight Returns. Batman.
Yeah, he's older. Yeah, like they made sure this age was pronounced. So he comes in, he's like, listen, Barry, if it was me, if the other way around, I would have helped you. I've done anything in my disposal to help you. If this happened to you, I need this. Barry gives him the whole hoopla. No, I can't do it, Bruce. And then he's like, you know what? Snatchies. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna strap you on this car with chain.
This car, his Batmobile had some sort of like tuning onto it.
It was the same as the what's the thing?
The treadmill.
The treadmill. He used the technology to put in his car.
I mean, even more so, how he was able to catch Flash is that he used the same disease that Victor Free's wife.
Yeah.
Has.
Yes.
Like Savage.
Yes.
So
he used every single rogue's power. The freezing, the mirror master, weathered mist.
He was illegal pretty much. He pulled all the cheat codes. Yes. I'm taking all you out. I'm skipping steps.
He had so much mods on him, it was ridiculous.
It was mods.
And then drives him in, chain on car.
And he ran into him.
And they disintegrate, which was scary. And then they meld. So there's like this double speak you have.
I love it. Yeah.
Barry's talking.
It's hard to read because it's like the actual letter and it's like.
It's also vibrating.
Yeah, it's like the vibrate, which was really, really cool design.
I love how each Batman has its own speech.
Yeah.
You know that they're talking because they're very
well designed. Yeah. I did like that. That was really cool. And so he's like, hey, I got you. So he's out there. He's wrecking all of his.
He kills Scarecrow. He kills Vic. He kills everybody.
Obliterates. It's not even killing.
Yeah.
He punched. Yeah, what was that? Like, he literally did the Goku Dragon Punch. Like Scarecrow's minding his business. Like, hey, I'm wrecking shit, and he's like,
he was doing his
One
usual.
Punch Man.
And
like,
he's like
literally Saitama.
And
like,
I think when he starts, on his rampage, then his universe starts to disintegrate. And of course, the Bat Who Laughs comes in and says, "Hey, I have a bargain." Hey, what's going on?
You like to float? You really want to float? Let's go float.
He came in like Pennywise and stuff like that. So he says he's like, well, my world's gonna break. There's a world we can go to. And it's kind of like the Bat Who Laughs. He's an instigator. He's a ringleader.
Yes.
He's a ringleader. He's just like onward.
He's got a silver tongue. He knows how to talk.
He knows exactly what to say to them.
Yeah.
He's terrifing, by the way.
Really
He's
a Cinnabite. He's straight from Hellraiser.
Literally the spikes around the eyes, like for real.
For real, bro.
Like that's what you aiming for, huh?
You got the high high jacket.
You're when Batman becomes the goth kids.
It's this really interesting mesh. So. So that's how he gets recruited. So that's all Bat Who Laughs has been recruiting.
And interesting how and it's sad. It's really it's sad painfully. Whereas Barry Allen in his universe, he's not dead. he's just trapped inside
That's
Bruce.
even-
Yeah,
Is
he's
it-
trapped there because you see him. He's the conscience now.
He's like,
always
oh,
tries to
Bruce,
stop him.
listen to me, listen to me. Could you imagine being stuck inside that? Just like in this limbo.
It's like that
kind of-
Firestorm dynamic.
my
It's
God,
like
that
you just can't do. You're
sucks.
stuck there. You're forced to see.
I think Barry
And
got
it's-
the worst.
And it's just Bruce is
Yeah.
just like
By
ignoring
far.
him. Bruce is just ignoring him. Like,
Bruce is deliberately ignoring him.
it's like
And it was funny because when he took off the mask, you see Barry's head
Yeah.
still wearing the
Yeah.
mask, talking to him. He's like
some sort of
"No, no, no,
Voldemort
yeah,
thing going
Boy,
on.
Legit.
get back in there.
Legit. Like,
Get
hold on,
inside.
time out. Get back in my head. I gotta go kill some unicorns real quick.
Yeah, like, it was disrespectful, but
Yeah.
it was a nice case. That was one of the first issues, I think.
Yeah,
that
it
came out.
was the first.
The first. It was actually a really strong. And
It was a strong
His
thing.
costume strong.
And
Story.
isn't it pretty
strong.
cool how his Speed Force is bats?
Yes.
Yes. The bats touch
pretty
you, and
cool.
it's like
That
it
was
starts
giving me life.
aging
Like,
you.
we love that the little touch. I
Oh,
love
my
it. I
goodness.
was here for it. It,
It
was
was
awesome.
great. Yeah. Okay, so that was the Red Death. It's called the Red Death.
Yeah.
Extremely strong beginning to the one shots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love to see these people who cosplay.
Yeah, I'm gonna love these
Oh.
cosplays.
I would cosplay.
These
would
are
cosplay
really
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the next one that came out was the Murder Machine.
Oh, okay.
This technically the cyborg version
Yeah,
of Bat,
cyborg
which is not really
Batman.
like cyborg in all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Now, this was a little weird because it's the Batman. It's a Batman already seasoned. Batman seasoned Justice League 1.
Yeah, he's
Alfred.
fully fudged.
Mm-hmm.
This is like
And-
an Alfred story.
Yeah, and Alfred dies.
Mm.
Alfred is the Batman of the Batman. He is technically the father of the Batman at this circumstance and time and age. And, being Batman, because when Batman loses somebody, he goes crazy. He becomes
He doesn't grieve
irrational.
very
Yeah.
well.
He doesn't.
Doesn't grieve at all.
Yeah, and he decides to try to, resurrect them, trying to, come bring him back and whatnot. And he needs Cyborg's help.
He used like his weakness.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, someone brought you back. Your
Yeah.
father brought you
Yeah.
back. Why can't I bring mine back? Why can't I bring my family back? And
And it just shows the humanity of Bruce Wayne, of Batman.
Yeah.
He's still a human being. He still grieves,
he still grieves. He's just doing it in the most unhealthy way possible. You know what I mean? He can't accept loss as a
And
final.
it's funny because Victor or Cyborg, whatever, he basically was gonna make Alfred a Jarvis.
Yeah.
That's what his aim was. Okay,
Yeah.
he can be like protocols or something that you can talk to and stuff like that's the best I can do for you because I don't want to resurrect somebody.
And
And then he
was
got that
not-
generated program that just started walking the streets and doing as it felt.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt everyone who's ever hurt Batman ever.
Pretty
and it
much.
just went
That's the Wayne, yeah.
completely.
And that how can
Terminator
I how can
status.
I help you, Butler? That was creepy.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
how can I help you, Death?
How can I?
That was so
how can I
How
help
can I
you?
help you, Die?
I'm just like, oh no, and then Batman loses it.
Yeah.
he thought Victor really sabotaged it or whatnot, and he's just like, okay, so
Tea and cake or death?
Yeah.
Cake,
I
please.
forget how
We're out of cake.
I
Looks
know.
like you're having some death.
Yeah, for real.
here's some death.
Essentially, what happens is
Yeah.
he melds his own consciousness with the Alfred Protocol consciousness and into this
Right.
robotic suit.
Yeah.
I was trying to find that
So-
bridge between
Yeah.
madness, like absolute madness.
That's pretty much it. And now, so essentially, he becomes it's like the Alfred and the Bruce mentality, like that Flash and the Batman mentality.
It's
in one.
basically it's I must say at least when because each Bat Metal had like a story that was like meh.
Yeah.
Like it's like what's your motivation now? Like it felt like you're batshit evil, but why?
But see,
Sway?
and the thing is
But
that
then
every
it comes
single
to-
one of them is always because he always lost somebody. That was
Yeah.
The
Well, I
loss.
get that, but like
Always.
I'll get into that. But like when it comes to the cyber one, this is the one that makes the most sense in some way.
Yeah.
Because one, he's influenced by a rogue program, so that's that's something to push him. But at the end of the day, Bruce is still trying to resurrect Alfred.
Yes.
And he's
That's
doing it by
noble
any
deed.
means.
Yeah.
So he is still a very solid story. It's like, all right, yeah, I got this Alfred thing that's making anybody who's not beside me is against me. That's what the protocol is doing. But at the same time, Bruce is like, I want Alfred back. So I'm going to go to this other universe where I can bring Alfred back.
So he's kind of not.
He's an
as
anti-hero.
evil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's more of an
you're right.
anti-hero.
That's actually
Like,
one way of looking at it.
That's where like he makes more sense to me, whereas the other ones, I'm like,
yeah,
what do you hope to gain? Especially because Dawnbreaker is by far one of my favorites, but I'm like, he's the one that started to lose.
what I
consistent
think their
story.
motivation is to stay evil is because they took the route that they chose and they're being punished for it because the universe has to die.
Yeah.
That's their purpose. Their universe, because the choice that they made has to die. Like, why we gotta go?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, their motivation started personal, whereas like I'm doing this
Then be
because
like-
someone
I
Right.
believe what I was doing was
my
right.
family died. I want to some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Either resurrect them or do this in a way that it never happens again. And then here comes the battle. I was like, well, I know you have your problems, bro, but this is the reason why you're going through this, because this universe is going to get destroyed. Oh, snap. So even me doing this doesn't matter. So it's regretful. It doesn't matter. He's like, yeah, but there's a solution.
There's a universe.
There's a universe out there that always get the happy ending.
You don't.
We do not. And that was one of their motivations. That's how they got them all together.
Yeah, it was like jealousy and
how he specifies like the light, like the happy side where we live in the dark.
Exactly. And the Bat Who Laughs are smart, because he waited for them to do what they had to do first. Because he knows that he cannot talk to a regular Batman and convince him
in this form.
Because that man is like, no. He needs to. He waited for him to get through that traumatic state and then do what he had to do. Exactly. And then start playing around.
And they're vulnerable. So he starts, they're chess pieces, and he's moving them around for his own means.
Yeah. So the murder scene happens. He comes into the universe and he just starts taking things over.
He
catches. Broken. Yeah. And his universe, he kills. He does a fatality with Cyborg. He removes an entire. There's a spider cord that this guy has. Cyborg completely. He kills him, but that's his universe.
Finish him.
Right. So he gets recruited
because he wrecks the entire Justice League, and Cyborg was the last man standing.
Yeah.
That's the irony in it.
He was like,
and he still was trying to talk to him. All right. I can't win.
I see you're mad.
So let's let's see. Like, I see you're mad. Perhaps we just settle this over a game of Magic.
Yeah, right.
Nah, bruh. Fatality.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, wow, disrespectful.
Craziness. Okay, and mind you, the Alfred's protocol is still there because he still activates the protocol.
Yeah,
it's the creepiest thing ever.
How may I help you?
Yeah, right. So the next Batman that came out, it wasn't The Drowning. It was, which one was it? I have it right here.
It wasn't Dawnbreaker, was it?
It was Dawnbreaker. Oh, this is absolutely one of my favorite
probably the
one.
best one.
Yeah. This already happened before, way back when. We already have a rendition of Batman.
We've had a Batman getting Green Lantern. Yeah, that's why I'm like, this happened.
And the writer said this is that story. It's that story version going haywire. Yeah. Right.
Yes. It's the same story. Yeah, he gets the ring. And he, instead of saying using this ring for good, he's like, vengeance.
Yeah. It's like, why? Okay, so first of all, why give the most powerful weapon to the kid who just saw his parents die?
Legit.
On the spot?
That's my question.
Excuse me?
That's my question.
Why? Hello.
Why?
So, okay.
But why, though?
Now, the amount of detail, this comic book, this is one of my favorite ones, because the amount of detail this had is beyond me.
It's more fleshed out.
Yeah, his parents get killed. He gets the ring. It just flies to him. It gets the ring. He puts it on. Mind you, these rings are powered by will. We know Bruce's willpower. Bruce's power is willpower. And nothing fuels will better than anger, mind you. Okay? So he gets the most powerful weapon. He just got a shotgun by age 3.
Yeah.
Okay? And
full Mangekyu at that.
Yes. And he's like, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to use it. He chases his, the perpetrator.
He didn't even really chase him. He kind of turned around.
And boom, he was there. Right. And he's like, paraphrasing it, he uses the ring on him.
He Kamehamehas him.
Right. Now, mind you, this is the
part. Just a blast.
But this is the part, though, that gets me.
He tried to resurrect him.
No. This ring does not kill people. There's a limit to the ring.
Yeah, there's a
So he's trying to kill him, and the ring has a limit. Has a limit resisting. Yes. Now, mind you, this poor human guy who just shot these two parents is still getting hurt by this beam, and the more Bruce is going in, the more the ring is going back. But it's not necessarily having the beam retract. The beam is still hitting this guy over and over and over and over and over, and this poor guy is like melting slowly because of the power struggle between Bruce's will and the ring's limitation power. That's what got me. I was like, okay, can we just give him a quick death here? I know he just killed parents, but this is damn, And then he breaks the ring. I'm talking about the limitation of the ring. He just boom.
Oh, the ring itself actually cracks.
Yeah, there you go. And it's just full throttle, and he finally dies. Boom. He just melts, boom, out of existence.
Finally.
Right. And then we see something crazy.
Very Black Lantern-ish.
Yes.
He tried to resurrect his parents.
The ring green, it changes into like a darker greenish black.
It's like a not yet. When he was resurrected, it was like a grayed out green. It ironically I said saturation earlier. It goes into a grayish green, like it's faded color now, and getting a little darker. And then he tries to pick us, and they can barely say "I love you," and he was just like, "Welp."
Yeah. And I mind you, we saw this one time before, way back when, like this is like 1980s, 90s, when Green Lantern came back, and Mongol and a Cyber Superman destroyed his entire city. And Green Lantern was like, "What? My city is destroyed." So what Green Lantern did is that he used his ring and he remade his entire city with every single inhabitant in the city of his ring. They were all constructs of like they were greenish and all, but they were walking like as if the city never got destroyed. And Green Lantern was just like walking like normally, hey, it's there. And because of that, it was deemed that he used his ring for selfish needs, very similar to what Bruce Wayne just did. But in a more physical, he trying to resurrect them. So what happens? Time goes on. He gets employed like no regular Batman. He has like the Green Lantern suit with the Batman symbol on. He gets employed, not employed, but he gets like he becomes an alliance with Commissioner Gordon.
Wait, I don't think he had the Batman symbol yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he had it yet. It wasn't until after Gordon.
Afterwards, yeah.
It was. I found this very. That's why I love Dawnbreaker so much. I found it very Kingdom Heartsy, very Star Warsy.
Yeah, Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Like it screamed the dark versus light, and him ironically coming in between both. It was in a mix of his insanity. It was so much just being forced onto him at once. It was continue.
And he went. He killed every single. Of the rogues. He got Penguin, he threw him in space.
Yo, why is
Penguin? There's a spleen.
And then he sent the comet to hit him, and of course, he killed just about everybody. And, Gordon noticed this.
He was like, boy.
What'd you do to all these people? Well, look at this guy.
I did your job, pretty much.
And Gordon, of course, he's like, wait a minute. You're a vigilante. You go, there's little lines that you blur here, but okay, now this is murder. You got to stop. And not only, he's like, hey, you got a daughter, right? Okay. Death. Boom. So that he's gonna live without a father.
I remember, yo.
And within a second, he was gone. Like it was dust.
Atoms.
And I'm just like, and this moment I was just like, it's just one thing on another. It was like the most brutal comic of a Batman I've ever seen.
Yeah,
just nonstop.
This is the most violent one.
Yes. And then this is what, if nothing, just to add the sprinkles on top, which is like one of the biggest things in the world. Guess who shows up? Every single Green Lantern and the Guardians come in and be like, hey, you, Bruce Wayne Sector, whatever. You screwed up. You did all this stuff.
Came down.
It's like we gotta stop you. Kilowog was there. Tom Ray was there, and Bruce Wayne is like, "Oh, what? Hold up, darkness." And then he summoned monsters, like actual.
That was a great spread, by the way, of those monsters.
And then it's
fantastic.
The next
artwork was absolutely
amazing. The next panel was they were all dead, beheadedness. They were all bloody, and I was like, this guy just killed every Green Lantern and the Guardians. Like he just killed them all. And of course, all the rogues. I'm pretty sure he killed the Justice League too. At that point, if they were going to do the same, campaign story as every universe would be. And then his role started to get destroyed. And of course, the Battle Labs comes in, and he's like, "Hey,
hey, bro.
Hey, come here, bro. We're all the same person, more than what you like to think,
Yeah.
And boom, he was recruited.
Well, you skipped the part what makes him a Batman because he's been a Green Lantern the whole time until they show up.
Please,
because when he starts talking about. No matter how close he is to the light, he he pretty much almost quotes Kingdom Hearts, like the closer you are to the light, the deeper the darkness.
Yeah.
And he can only see the darkness. But if he has a ring of light, he's still caught in his depression. He still can't go over it.
Yeah.
And he wants everybody else to feel the void, like there's this dark void. So as he's standing in front of the giant lantern, he gets bats fly in front of it, and they cast a shadow on him.
Yes.
And then that's when he accepts full darkness, and that's where he inverts the ring's light and makes it darkness, and that's where he gets the whole steampunk looking suit with the goggles and stuff. And he completely changes himself.
And this, mind you, some time passed because when he got the ring, he was a kid. Yeah. Like the deception of his parents. Like now he was a little older, and now in the story and campaign, he seems like he's an old guy.
He seems
like very old.
Well,
like
the darkness did kind of. I saw it in his face. I think it's the darkness that made him look a little decrepit.
Right.
That's what's I don't think he's actually aged, but he's like. He looks sickly now because of the darkness.
Compared to when he got the ring, a little
he
more.
Was young as hell, but
the Dawnbreaker oath,
crazy.
The Dawnbreaker oath, yes.
Did you hear the? Oh my god, the oath! Oh, I love
the oath was intense.
Yes.
I was like, this is badass. Like, this is probably the most badass.
Yeah, the badass one
because he came from being a kid.
Yeah.
They
traced over his entire. He could be stronger.
He might be. He might be the most strongest one.
He's like his own ring. Like he's his own thing. Like out of all the rings that exist,
he's legitimately God tier right now.
Yeah. Cosmos even at that because it's space. It's all
He destroyed.
Because each Green Lantern is a superhero in their own right.
Yeah.
Like a Justice League like their resume is good. They can join the Justice League any time of the day. And he's like, you're not worth fighting myself. I'm gonna make some ghouls and goblins to fight you.
Yeah.
Like you're not worth it. Like I'm not gonna Kamehameha you. Gordon was worth the Kamehameha because I knew him for years. You're worth just images I'll make.
Yeah, for real.
I'll just
make
nightmares. And that's
right. And Gordon is a human being. You can talk about the entire Green Lantern Corps.
Exactly, the
like
entire
people
Corps.
Who, like, what? And the Guardians at that too. That's what gets me though.
He took their heads off.
At first I thought, oh man, why I had to kill all of them? I didn't get it. But I'm thinking like on the gravity of what it is to be
anger.
Your own.
And then this is why
ring.
I said it reminds me
like,
of Kingdom Hearts. Now I'm stepping a little deeper into Kingdom Hearts because it's that. Why should anyone else feel happy when I feel sad?
Yeah.
And that's what he wants everyone to feel like him. That was like, I think the last quote he said at a panel. Like it was literally an all black page, and it was like the last 2 words on a page. That's his true motivation. He's bringing darkness to everybody else.
And you realize, he never had the chance to cope. Every other Batman did. In this story, every Batman had time to cope with his parents because their main thing was about their parents. It's just losing someone else.
Someone after losing their parents.
Right. Yeah. This kid was.
It was more so. Oh yeah. It was like, all right. Batman happened because Bruce lost his parents.
Yes.
Now, these Dark Batmans or Dark Knights happened because Batman lost somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Bruce lost someone. Now Batman has to lose someone. He can't cope because he didn't cope with either. Really.
And then you think about it, like I said, why would you give a kid a gun at the moment
that is the moment I'm
event?
just like, what were the Lanterns
Because he never had reason to consider anything else. He
Mm-hmm.
just wanted people to feel pain. And then when he thought, all right, this is a ring of maximum power. I broke it, which means I can do anything I want with it. Stand up parents. That doesn't work.
Whoops.
I'm still alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He became a superhero, just helping people live happier,
in his
yet
own
he's
way.
still alone.
Yep.
This Bruce grew up to become a hero, became a Lantern without ever getting an Alfred.
That's true.
Right.
That's
He
true.
never had someone to
He didn't have his. I'm gonna go out and look at the world and cope with my feelings.
Yeah,
He
somehow,
didn't have
some way.
trainers. I don't think no Green Lantern trained him to
He
begin
didn't
with.
train him. No, he just started.
You would think.
But why would it take that long for them to come in and be like, oh well,
You've been killing a whole lot of people. I thought a Red Lantern would find him. It's like, we want your rage.
Seriously.
As far as
want that
listen,
rage.
as far as we
We
don't know what happened. Like as far as we know, he killed all the Lanterns.
Yo,
we
stop.
don't even know. We don't even know. All we saw was the Green Lantern.
Because he's touching into the Black Lantern
That's what
territory
I'm
too.
saying.
So I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
I could be totally wrong, but I saw the tie-in, the Green Lantern and the Hal Jordan Green Lantern tie-in when they fight each other. I think he killed the rest because I saw what's the yellow lantern? Sinestro, and I saw him as a dead character, a dead outline. Now I'm like, how Sway?
That's nuts.
I thought if I had to look at that again,
Dawnbreaker,
I saw
I'm
the
cosplaying
face.
as him.
Yeah, for real.
Because he had like the eyebrows and the crow's neck. I'm like,
don't give Batman anything else, please. Come on.
You gave
Dark
to an
Knight
angry
Metal proves
teenager.
why he needs to just be Batman and nothing more.
That's it.
So continuing on.
So next is The Drowned.
The Drowned. Okay, this is for me was the most anticipated one, and
it ended up being a very
lukewarm. At
best. It wasn't a bad story. It was just
expectations were so high.
I think that's why it seemed so boring. Now, like I said, this is the one that affected me because I found it very HP Lovecraftian because I found her to be Breece. Because she wasn't Bruce, she was Breece or Bryce, whatever you want to pronounce it.
It's a gender bend universe.
So I gotta read it again because I'm not sure why she was beefing with Atlanteans, but she had to, she killed Atlanteans.
They messed up Gotham or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, they were at war with Gotham for whatever.
Yeah, some sort of like a tsunami came.
Well, that was after.
That was after.
Yeah, that's
but essentially what I'm saying she because it's Bruce Wayne female version. I think oh man wow
because I think she killed that world's Aquaman, which was a woman as well. I'm not sure because I remember she's fighting someone literally looks just like a female Aquaman, the orange top and the green pants, and it was a blonde haired woman, and she stabbed her through her stomach and killed her. So their retaliation for killing someone of royalty was to flood all of Gotham.
Right.
So then while Gotham's was like, okay, these Atlanteans really want to go bang like this, I'm gonna evolve the human species into.
She built like gills,
so basically, like you said, the Dark Water. This Breece turned herself into a Dark Water.
Yep.
That was extra.
And then she went down and was like, all right, now I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind.
So
then,
it's funny because she was constructed to be what she is now by experimentation.
Yeah, because she was already a Batwoman.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, I gotta get aquatic.
Yep.
It's not like she fused with Aquaman like how a lot of the other heroes.
Exactly.
She literally just made herself aquatic.
It's like the murder machine. He didn't fuse with Cyborg. It was just
he just adapted to that guy's style.
Exactly.
So when the reason why I found something interesting about her, she was so disrespectful, and I guess and it's funny because she's underwater. Now we have literally a human who mermaid manned themselves up a bit so they can fight and breathe underwater, but she doesn't talk underwater. Think about it. When she's fighting Aquaman and Mera, she's not even talking to them.
Yeah.
It's all inner monologue. She's thinking to herself and analyzing everything, and it's almost poetic on how she says it. I'm like, this is H.P. Lovecraft. Like, she just doesn't respect these kids at all. At all. I've killed Atlanteans before. I think that was the only thing she said to them, actually. That might have been the only word she spoke. Everything was just her own thoughts. And then when Bat Who Laughs shows up, she barely says a word to him. He's talking, she's just thinking about it.
Just floating.
Like you think about it, like it's like Bat Who Laughs comes in and he's like the leader of this, right? Because he has a direct communication to the big bat god, right?
Barbosa.
Right?
How many times I've said that?
and it's just like they're all at the whim. They're all listening to the Bat Who Laughs, but neither of them is like, oh yeah, you're the best. They all know they all know that they in some way, shape, or form can overthrow everyone.
Each other is the Pokemon thing.
Right. They're just there because like you know him, you know who we're working for, so we'll for now.
They all probably got their own motives, for all we know.
Yeah.
Yet the interesting thing is because it also comes down to like each Bruce's story, or Breece at this point, since we're still on her. I guess the worst one is the only one who won't. It's weird because I think the other one should still see Laughing Bat or Bat Who Laughs as a threat because this is Jokered up Batman. I'm surprised none of them are like having a twitch because they've all right? Except Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker's the only one who shouldn't care about a Joker.
But mind you,
that's a good point. Yeah, it's a real Joker is still triggering. Still be triggering to a lot of those bats. Yeah.
Now mind you, Dawnbreaker, and that's the thing because Dawnbreaker.
I should trust you.
Like Dawnbreaker, it's weird because Dawnbreaker. We don't know what happened in those years. Did we see? Did
he kill the Joker though?
We
don't know that either.
They just kind of gloss over because we see Two-Face, Penguin. Do we see Freeze? We see a few like top dogs, but we don't see Jokers.
And it's like
in anybody's story.
Yeah, and it's like well, I mean, at least we know that the other ones have him. Why? Because this is already a seasoned Batman in the suit. Yeah. He's already seasoned.
Exactly.
This Dawnbreaker kid is. He's just he never became Batman until at the very last.
He didn't
moment.
become a Batman until
what I'm saying? So it's just like.
Bat Who Laughs had to wait till a bat influenced him.
I know you know Penguin. Do you know like Man Bat? Do you know all these? Do
you remember what the Bat Who Laughs said? He said something that was very telling. This is my confirm. He said like, the Bat Who Laughs is a bat who wins.
Yeah,
that freaked me out.
Yeah. When he came to that realization,
ulterior motives, much. He's like, okay, you're gonna trust me.
If anyone has some ulterior motive,
he's the one who's
him.
gonna burn them all.
Yeah,
if he's gonna be the one to.
Now, mind you, though, there's a factor. There's a wild card.
All their powers.
No, there's a wild card in these Batmans. Is the Doomsday Batman. This Doomsday Batman is the one that is like the
dumb powerful. By the way,
yeah, he is the Batman who is like the crazy one that everyone has to keep in check. Because if you notice in his...
He's a little wild.
Yeah. When he had to destroy the tuning fork, I'm not sure who told... I think it was Bat Who Laughs told him, hey, your role is just to do that. Like, don't go further. Right. And he's like, I'll do this for now. Like, as if like, whoa, are you like the anarchist here? You do whatever you want. Doomsday does whatever Doomsday does.
Because his story was pretty telling, right? If you want to like...
That was see, this is straight vein Batman. Yeah. The Batman that fought with Superman, the Batman who always had was all right. He can go evil, and this universe does go evil. He kills everybody.
That was scary.
Yeah, and Batman is like, and mind you, beautiful. This pretty much touches all the Superman's fan art. It's like, Bruce, I can kill you with a finger. I can do all this. Mind you, he's talking to a Bruce Wayne who had his armor cut off by Superman. He's like, I can't
bleeding
move.
out and everything.
Batman's like, yeah, you're right. Doomsday up. He becomes Doomsday. And he destroys Superman.
Wrecked. And he stabbed him in the chest. I was like, oh my God.
But he wasn't strong enough to be also Bruce Wayne with a Doomsday mentality. But he was strong enough to be smart enough to be like, all right, well, at least I can werewolf this.
Sheep and wolf clothing type life.
Because he's one of the
Bruce
only
regular and transform into the Devastator.
Exactly.
He didn't have to do his family like that. That was disrespectful.
Now, mind you, what happened to Lois, that's in this universe. That didn't happen in his universe.
He stepped into their universe to mess them up, yo.
Yeah. And it's funny because that's how he blindsided Superman. He walked in as Bruce Wayne. He's like, "Hey, Bruce, that's your heart rate. Yeah, that's me." Bah! Knocked him out in one punch.
Yo, seriously.
These Saitamas are everywhere.
Pretty much. And that's very horrifying.
Yes.
To being able to see
his motivation is clear.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It is
because he's straight
day.
Bruce. He doesn't have someone talking down under. He's not a kid who went crazy.
Legit,
he's legitimately Bruce Wayne.
He was assaulted by Superman.
Yeah, and this is legit straight Bruce Wayne.
His hate is real.
Right.
His hate is palpable and real. There's no gray area.
This is, I don't need car insurance.
Yeah.
I don't need car insurance.
Pretty much.
And I don't need to. I just answer my own question because you do bleed.
Like, I don't need a hell.
Pretty much.
I don't need a Hellbat suit. I don't need anything.
Nope, I just need me and the Doomsday suit.
That's
all
it.
I need.
And we're gooch. We're great.
They have him worried because he's not dumb. They're all Bruce Waynes. They're all extremely smart. They know what they're doing.
Situation right now.
They all know. They all have contingency plans. I'm aware of this. I know this.
Yeah, they're all planning to kill each. Yeah.
Yes, they have some sort of contingency plan, and it's scary when you have a Doomsday Batman who has a contingency plan for everybody.
He is a contingency plan.
It's like, I think his only. Obviously, the Bat Who Laughs is a threat to him because for all we know, he's going to come with some other like chemical thing because he's Joker minded up that neuters the Doomsday side. It's going to be like pink kryptonite or something. And then we have like Dawnbreaker who just puts you in the void. So it's like, I mean, this guy's OD broken, so you kind of need a Doomsday to keep him in check in some cases.
So they cancel each other out.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Pokemon. Then you have literally the God of War Batman. It's like,
all right. So
first of all,
this God of War guy. Okay, so this was a twist. 2 twists in one comic book. I did not see this coming. The Merciless.
Yes.
Tell me about this. Talk to me.
Yeah, you do this one. This is Wonder Woman's
Talk
realm.
to me.
Oh, I'm not. You know what? I didn't really.
I mean, because I went on a tangent on both Drowned and Dawnbreaker. So you take Mercy.
I'm trying to remember this as well. These were a lot of stories. So I'm trying to remember as well. So in this particular one, I think it's a battle with Wonder Woman and Batman, and they're like Batman is infatuated by her at this point in this particular.
This is a universe where they actually had
a thing.
Yeah.
They had a thing, and I think I think Wonder Woman wanted to destroy the Ares like helmet, and like Batman's like
they were fighting.
Yeah, like
Ares.
I'm trying to remember, like, and then they took his helmet, and he's like,
Ares stopped Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
and she knocked the helmet off of Ares.
Right.
And Batman's like, okay, you just knocked out my girl, or possibly my girl after you killed Steve Trevor. Where's his hat? Give me the hat. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna be the next God of War. Kills Ares, but then also kills Wonder Woman. Yeah. Now, mind you,
his motivation is not particularly clear.
We think is like you killed one, but the reason why he kills Wonder Woman was because it's not accidental. It's because she was trying to take the helmet off of him.
Yes.
And Bruce was like, "No, I like this helmet."
Yeah, he gets the God. He literally gets the God complex.
It went Lord of the Rings like.
Yeah, literally, it was the ring. It was like the ring.
That possesses brain.
Yeah. And this is
and that makes sense.
Literally, and it's the craziest thing. It's like, oh, now I'm stepping in. It's like it's crazy because that's how the Bat lures him. Oh, you like war? Yeah. He's literally a God of War. He just wants battle. Oh, there's multiverses now.
Oh,
who's this Manhattan guy? He's combined universes.
We'll fight him too.
I'll take him out. Put him in the ring. I'll fight him right now.
Take him to the octagon. Take him to the
guy
Coliseum.
He's literally just because the panel that before the Bat shows up, he's sitting on a throne being worshipped.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves it.
By Argus, by Steve Trevor, like all these people, like
Waller.
Waller
down to him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he's so God complex. When he does take the helmet off, he literally looks like Zeus.
Yeah, he has the beard and everything.
Oh, he's all beard.
And he's still Bruce Wayne. There's nothing different. It's just the fact that he has some sort of like he has more power with that God complex.
He literally became a God.
If you give anybody this Ares helmet,
it's supposed to influence you.
It's going to influence you. So that's why it's dangerous
for battle.
And if someone like Batman specifically, who's always had to hold back, this gives him the full clarity of like, yeah, no, I don't have to hold back anymore.
Hold back, no. If you're
war is the answer.
Yeah,
conflict is the answer.
I'm strong. I want to swing.
I'm strong now.
Where them hands at? Soups, you want to fight?
You can get it too. You can get it.
You know what? I'll fight with both my. I'll fight with my arms crossed. You bit my tail. You punched me in the face.
But he was still traumatized after killing Wonder Woman because he knew he's still Bruce Wayne. He's still what he did,
But then the tie-in though. The Wonder Woman tie-in is when he gets disrespectful.
Yes.
Wonder Woman's like, listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're. This is Wonder Woman from our universe.
And they always say the same thing. Oh, you're not as smart as our Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, goofy ass Bruce. This is the reason why this is happening right now, because he thought he was, he flew too close to the sun, and now all this stuff goes down. That's literally why this is happening.
But but defending my man because he's my man.
All the Amazons. This Bruce God of War.
He literally was Steppenwolfing them.
He murdered all of them, and he brought them back.
That's right. To go
after Wonder Woman was shook, like she couldn't.
Amazons and
it was just like I can't fight them. Yeah. So I was kind of upset that was such like a low blow kind of. I'm like, dang, like one of them was shot here. She didn't. Imagine trying to fight your mother, you know what I mean, or fight like your sister.
Crazy.
So that's why we're not gonna battle out of this. I was tight because I was ready for like, it's about to be lit.
Yeah, Batman is.
And then Merciless turned he turned it off. He's
like, you want to face me? I'm the boss battle.
He just sat in the chair like, here's everybody else.
The scariest thing about that scene is it wasn't the typical God of War that we would expect. You're gonna understand where I'm coming from. This, he was behaving like the Red Horseman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bringer of death.
Literally the horseman of the apocalypse. No, I'm going to create war now. I don't need to battle. I want to create some war.
I'll just create the conflict. I'll plant the seeds, and then you can suffer because of it. But yeah, that was a pretty decent little tie-in. But I was a little upset because I wanted a battle between Bruce as God of War versus Wonder Woman, who's
technically still is.
War, yeah.
Who we've known.
Technically
she's been there, but she's still like that God tier. She plays with that line of God tier. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a battle. Oh wait, no, it's not. Like it was kind of disappointing.
I'm a god of all forms of war. I was playing World of Warcraft, Age of the Empire, and StarCraft. So you know what I'm about to do? Zerg.
Yo, yes.
It was disrespectful, but I let it go.
Now, I know we're rushing. We're not rushing, but like there's not much. We're
there's
just
like
going
the
over
character
the stories.
ones, then there's the tie-in. There's the character, then there's the tie-in.
Yeah,
and
her timing is
the
going also
right. And then this is the last character, which is the star of the hour, which is the Battle Labs. We spoke about him a little bit about him last week
or so,
and it was, as people know, is the Joker and Bruce Wayne. Essentially, Bruce Wayne stops the Joker, as we all see this watch and repeat. Very seasoned Batman goes in, stops the Joker, and I believe he kills him.
Yes, he breaks his neck.
He accidentally broke his neck.
And then it released a toxin that he said that in the event of my death, whoever kills me becomes me. Which is Joker fashion. Like that's just, of course.
Yeah.
So it infects him.
He did like a Batman-ish type of thing. He had a contingency plan even after his death.
I mean, hence why it's his number one arrival.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Precisely.
Who'd think?
You have a person who's prepared for everything. You guy who strives to
who doesn't plan anything.
So you
chaotic. Anybody could have killed him. Anybody could have killed him.
His is expect the unexpected with Joker, because once you expect the unexpected, he's going to do something that you didn't expect.
Like left.
Right.
Like
it's
left
literally
field.
left field.
Now,
it's like, because you expected that and you're playing in this plan, I'm not going to plan around the plan that you're planning around my plan.
Right.
But I'm going to wing it.
But what would happen if Superman was the one who killed him? What if this is an injustice type of variation?
Yeah.
And he killed Joker.
He would have been a problem.
Yeah. Go figure, right?
He would have been
the fact that
you're still Superman, Kryptonite. That's it. That's how we handle you.
Yeah, he can be handled, but with Bruce.
Yeah,
he's gonna have the evil tenants, but with a highly organized mind.
Yeah,
that's what makes him terrifying, and that's what he did. He trapped all of the Bat family and killed them all
in the cave
because he knew those were gonna be the first ones who were gonna find out that he's not well.
Which I love, because he got the jump on everybody. Except the Red Hood. The Red Hood pulled his trigger. He just missed.
Yeah, he wasn't fast enough. He was right in the background. I saw him. I was like, well,
he missed. The bullets going right over Bruce's head. He was ready for that shit
because he felt the air. He was kind of
remember, his entire motivation is the Joker. So think
about it. Yeah, that's right. He got. Come on, it's the Joker. Exactly. It's
that nigga was ready. He just missed. Literally, he just missed.
And Superman should have caught in the hint, because you remember when Joker poisoned those kids.
Yeah,
and they're all in the hospital. Mm-hmm. And Superman said something about the other kids are really sick and this, that, and the other, and you need somebody. And then Batman left out this laugh. Superman
it was funny. He was like, because Superman was like, we can't leave what regular surgeons saw. He's literally like, I'm learning how to deal with them from like other professionals, so because they can't hurt me, so I'm fine. And he's like, because the last one who was with a nurse was trying to bite out the
rip
person's
out
neck.
his throat, yeah.
And then Batman was like, sorry, that's not funny.
Superman was like,
all right, so moving on. And then, you really let that slide?
Clark.
You could hear this guy's heartbeat. There's something different here.
There should have been something different. The fact that he could tell, like, maybe he wasn't feeling remorse.
Yeah.
When someone doesn't feel, someone like Batman is like, even laughter, even the smile on Batman's face is like,
should have said something.
He should have been like, I need to warn the Bat family right now. I need to go do something other than,
Because he started off asking him, was he okay? You sure you good? You sure you good? And then he just went on about the kids. I'm like, you dumb.
Why didn't make him so stupid? Superman's been like repeatedly stupid throughout Dark Days. Just over
That's
and
true.
over and
That
over.
is true. That is true.
It's embarrassing.
But it's keeping to his Boy Scout material.
He
There's always
can't
hope.
think
There's always
this
hope.
dark. He can't go this dark.
Speaking of Superman, when the Bat opened up the portals that showed all the multi-realm fusions of superheroes and villains now, because we had Wonder Woman, Cheetah, we had
and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring everyone from different universes.
Did you see Superman
to
Darkseid?
come through. Yes.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Horrible.
It's funny because something happened in the latest storyline where Cyborg Murder Machine Batman dropped the ball in some sort of fashion and Bat Who Laughs is like, you dropped the ball? Man, I should have gotten the Batman who fused with Lex Luthor.
Oh wow.
I was like, there's more? Of course there's going to be more.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, right?
But wait, there's more.
So, yeah, can you imagine when we see more? I mean, that's what they're trying to do, essentially. Just
These are nightmares.
This is opening any possibility.
And it's beautiful. I think it's great.
Hey, Wonder Woman fuses Superman, screw everything.
Done.
Screw everything.
Done. You telling me a Superman with actual style and skill and tactical ability? Are you serious?
Stop it.
Is that what we need right now?
Stop it.
No, we don't need that.
Hold on.
Yo,
Who can
the villain is saying something. I hate how every comic is a what if situation. Hey, that's the American style.
Yeah,
it is it's distinctly American.
The only thing that makes it a problem is when everything's legitimately canon in the same story, though. That's where it becomes a little hard.
But see,
to
the
follow.
what ifs is honestly what we
makes it
live.
interesting.
But we love it. You know, we love the what if style. Pretty much.
Yeah, everything's amalgamation.
All right, so guys, it is. Oh yeah, we were way over time.
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
Favorites. I mean, we might as well hit the 9:30 mark, even it out.
Sure.
Talk about your favorite and why.
I mean,
okay.
You guys know mine. I mean, Dawnbreaker. I mean, I love me the bat.
Yes,
I love that. But Dawnbreaker has to be the one because it hit hard. It hit fast. It hit a point where this is not a Bruce Wayne that season. This is Bruce Wayne. This is not Batman. This is Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
You know, legit. I mean, this is what happens when you want to terrorize a kid, when you want to give a kid a power when he just lost his parents. This shows the traumatic effect on why Batman does what he does.
Spider-Verse trailer hit yesterday.
Yeah, the Homecoming.
Oh,
or the game. I think the game one. Yeah, the game that came out. That's coming out.
Oh,
the new Spider-Man game, which is.
We could probably play that as like a random game for Juggernaut that represents a comic book character.
Yes. But anyway, yeah, Dawnbreaker is one because people like to just undermine the fact of Batman lost his parents, but like this is the reason why he's the Batman, and it shows the traumatic effect that what can have on a 9-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And this, like I said, this comic book hit you fast, hit you hard. It was brutal. It just didn't stop. All the way until the last page.
It's a movie with Miles, not a game.
That's what I said. Miles Morales has a show.
A show?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
And it's kind of cool looking too. Yeah.
It's not animated.
It's animated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I've seen.
I saw some screenshots. It's very cute.
This is new to me. I need to see that posted.
Yeah. We spoke about this months ago. Whether they were throwing it out there as like a. Like it's going to happen. It's a Miles Morales type of thing. That was back when Spider-Gwen came out with the comic books. So that's going to be a thing. But yeah, Dawnbreaker.
Damn it. I was hoping it was something different. Well,
I mean, we could all do the same thing. I mean,
Dawnbreaker, yeah. Honestly, because I'm biased over the Lantern. So
You're
I
think
Lantern, that's why I'm like, all right, I was hoping he wasn't going to say Dawnbreaker. I could take the cop out. But when it comes to like Dark Metal itself, because I did feel that the story of Lantern was very, you're in my way, you're dead. You're in my way, you're dead. You're in my way, you're dead. He was just too broken to be interesting, I guess I could say. Like, he wasn't interesting enough because he was so broken. Too much power ain't enough power in a way. So I guess I will go for the unpopular opinion and pick the Drowned.
Okay, that's cool.
I like her steampunk look because I don't know why it's there. It's a great look. It's so random.
Okay.
She literally is dressed in steampunk. She's got like the goggle, monocle,
jacket.
She literally is steampunked up. But the thing I like about her is her disrespectful thinking to herself all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so disrespectful.
You're not worth me to give you my words. I'm just going to think about it the entire time.
And the fact that she has, like, she reminds me of, like, Sindel, because she screams out the dark water and just creates these wraiths. And I'm like, yo, you literally just create an army. You're broken on your own anyway. You have the trident, but you're going to summon minions because they ain't worth your time because you got thinking to do.
That's hilarious. Just to wrap it up, my favorite is the Bat Who Laughs because I have more questions for him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have so many more questions. I'm like, I feel like he's more Batman than all of them. He is the leader.
Because he didn't get any powers. That's the thing.
We don't know what his thing is.
He never got powers. The only powers that we know right now is the cards.
He's more Batman than all of them.
That's why, because he literally didn't change except he just unlocked a part of his brain that he's never used before.
Exactly. And that's what makes him so much more fascinating.
Because they're still generally the Bruce, the Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're just evil.
Yeah, you see they all have their individual powers. They get the Speed Force, or they can breathe underwater now.
Because here's the biggest contender.
What the hell can the Batman Laugh do?
Well,
Batman has been a threat to both these heroes and their villains.
Yeah.
Batman has been a threat to. Joker has been a threat to all these heroes.
Exactly.
So when
even the bad guys didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, even the bad guys didn't want to do with Joker. So having the strongest hero, the most threatening hero, and the most threatening villain fused.
Well, you get this monstrosity. Yeah. And you get this someone who's holy and completely unpredictable, down to its core, down to his every cell. You have no idea.
Logical with his unpredictability.
It got to the point where he is right there on the line, right there. He has a plan. He's thinking ahead. He is rounding them up for something else.
Dr. Fate should have pulled him out and put him on the moon.
Just leave him there.
There you go. Don't breathe. We're good.
But with him, it's not.
We already know that he can breathe in space.
His little
Wait,
minions.
what? The Bat Who Laughs can breathe in space?
Of course, because of Barbados. He's been in space.
Oh,
he has been floating around a little bit. About that. He's a voice in people's heads at this point.
But you know that, the only thing that we know that he can do, but maybe his own powers, or maybe Barbados' power, was like he deals with cards.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know who that person was tied up.
Exactly.
Who was mummified.
Questions. I think it's
Alfred.
Could have been his Alfred.
It could be his Alfred, but my thing is, one of his powers is deals with cards. He's the Joker. And he gives these cards to the rogue gallery to make their gimmick come to life.
I feel like he has Hellraiser ability.
That's his powers. Yeah.
He's gonna have Hellraiser ability because I feel like he's gonna be some different supernatural thing. Yeah. So I think I like the fact he has minions.
My thing is the Robins. How did that happen with the Robins? I don't know how he's able to do that with Robins.
It's been hinted a little bit as to what these Robins are all about, and I feel like it's one of the children that were contaminated by the Joker toxin.
Yeah, they're
and he's dressed them up.
They're the
as
hyenas.
Robins.
Yeah, they're dressed up as Ryan. They're basically the hyenas that the Joker would
but
have.
One of them
is actually Damon. One is actually Damon.
Yeah, one is Damon.
I don't know.
Damon did it to himself. Because when he shot up the Bat family, he didn't kill Damien.
Right, you're right.
Interesting.
That's what makes him. He's doing things like quickly.
Yeah. Now,
you might not pay attention to it.
Now, what I find a little weird, because another question, like you said, we have many questions.
We have just like.
Yeah, my thing is, they all, even if they're for kids who are infected by this, they'll all listen to a protocol. We already spoke about this a while ago. How they all, the one word that they all say is crow, 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 and then but when he says bar, they stop. They listen to him. Crow bar. Aiken to the whole Jason Todd thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Why to all of them?
More questions.
Why to all of them?
An enigma.
Going back to what we just said, Red Hood was ready for this.
He had an entire issue, and I still have questions.
Yes. Now, mind you.
He showed up every single issue, and I still have questions.
Now, mind you, we know where Damon is at. Him, that main thing, that main demon, right?
Yeah.
Now we know the Jason Todd aspect, the Crow, the Bard, all of these minions.
Who says
we still have
Red
other stages of the Bat family? What Dick Grayson type of stage of a Robin does he still have in the darkness? What Tim Drake stage of a Robin that he has also waiting in the wings? Because we still have more stuff about this.
There's much unearthed about him. That's why he's my favorite.
Right.
So much more unearthed
You know what's
about him.
hilarious about this? Because we say he doesn't have powers.
Well, not like visibly. At least.
Here's the thing that's interesting about each one. Each bat can conjure an army.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
He has to create his little by little, but they're hidden.
Because
we have the Speed Force bats.
But apparently,
which is lit.
But apparently, he can transform anyone into demons. He did it with the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah,
they all become demons
easily,
and we know that he does it.
He is Pinhead.
He's Pinhead. The chains do say that though.
That can be some sort
Look
of.
Look how he's dressed.
Else.
He's dressed like Pinhead.
He has the leather, the chains.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Yeah, for real. Where's the box at? Where's the American configuration?
The mother box.
shut up. Shut up.
Oh my
Memes!
God.
Shut up.
The memes.
Shut up.
Yeah, so that's why he's my favorite. He is an enigma. He brings more questions.
Oh my Lord, absolutely.
And no answers, mostly.
No
We're not going to get
answers.
answers, so...
Very Jokerish like, right?
And
He's not going to answer your questions.
He's always
going to crack
hinted
your
at what he
neck.
can do. He's always shown he can do, but you don't know the full totality of his powers
Oh,
yet.
my
Because
goodness.
he's a Joker. But he's a Batman as well.
I wonder if this guy can actually.
That
Can
just
he?
carry me.
I'm still caught on his aesthetics because everybody has eyes. He
It's a
blinds himself.
He blinds. Or he doesn't have
Yeah,
eyes.
and that's a also design choice for him.
Yeah.
The fact that his eyes are blurred out, and that makes him terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stare someone into their eyes. You have no idea what they're
thinking.
feeling or what they're thinking. The window to the soul, so to speak.
And the thing about it is that, like, that body that you see is Bruce Wayne's body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just like
And he's
just
not
like just
really
like
as buff.
He's not buff. I was thinking he doesn't look like
Dawnbreaker, you know.
he
He's
doesn't-
very slim.
But
But
then
only-
Dawnbreaker was fairly slim too. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Dawnbreaker's.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even Dawnbreaker, like, you know, like,
very-
but like, there's just something about having a Joker and a Batman together, and then seeing the aesthetic of a Joker more than anything else, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
The only
That's
thing
what it
bat
seems.
Is
Yeah,
the
it's just more
ears,
Joker,
really.
yeah.
That's still a Bruce Wayne's body. That's
Yeah.
what it's just something terrifying about that. It's just
a monstrosity.
you see this guy walk in, and he's like, okay, that's a nightmare.
I need to see this cosplay, the Bat Who Laughs
Yeah.
cosplay. That's gonna be.
You know what's going to happen.
terrifying. I want to see like little kids as the Robins and stuff
Yes,
like
they're gonna
that.
go. There's gonna be some dad, and he's gonna like
Parental
three
goals.
sons and
Parental
stuff.
goals. Parental
Literally,
goals.
reason to have kids. I mean, if you have any reason,
I'm
bring
gonna
in your
put my
cosplay.
kids on chains dressed as Joker Robins. What up?
What up,
yes,
though?
Yes.
Dad of the year.
Yeah, yeah, guys. This is Dark Knight Metal.
Please read it.
They made Batman, different versions of Batman, cool again. It's
Yeah,
just
legit.
cool.
It's
It's awesome.
entertaining.
I want more of this, honestly. If DC can do stuff like this,
And just
by all means,
I'd
you know.
read an entire volume of the Bat Who Laughs. Like,
Yeah.
I'd read the
I'd
hell
read this
out
for
of
a
that.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you know, it's on the shelves now. It's still
Yeah,
ongoing.
you
We're,
definitely
You know
can
what I'm upset about? Sorry to just cut you off.
it's fine.
The fact that these are individual stories just meant for the multiverse. I would have loved to actually seen these as full arcs on their own and then meet up. Like a full story of each of them instead of just, I'm broken, I break my world.
Here we are.
Oh, here's an escape route. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, that's what I was saying,
Fast.
kind of like, because I was in love with Dawnbreaker, but everything was fast paced.
Yeah.
You're destroyed, next.
But that's what happens when you have an event series.
Yeah.
Because this is a big event series. They're trying to like get something quick and easy.
Because I would have loved to see those days and years of them
Oh,
killing
yeah.
all
Oh,
the nemesis.
that'd have been fun. That'd have been a hell of a read. That's worthy.
But
Yeah.
that just requires more Batman material stuff. That honestly, like, do we really need more Batman in the DC comics? Like, it's just
True,
so many
yeah, 'cause
Batman
it's-
stuff, bro. Like a
Yeah.
lot.
They just managed to make him cool, like over and over.
They need to
again.
stop. It isn't like it's not like, oh, it's Batman. No. It's just these writers and these illustrators are making
so
Batman so
good.
good.
They're so
They
good
need
at
to
it.
stop.
I mean, granted, he's an easy subject matter to make good
no
stuff out of.
doubt, absolutely.
He's
but I mean,
such an
So
amazing
easy to make.
vessel
Yeah.
to work with.
He's so easy to work with.
His
easy,
lore is
extremely easy to
amazing.
work with.
And they
But
keep adding depth to him.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Bat Tribe, the all this
They
other
add
stuff.
so
like,
much depth to him. Is like, okay, he's no longer just a one-dimensional character. He has so many different variations to himself. It's like
Yeah.
it's great to read. You never get tired of it. But-
entertaining. It's like blockbuster type
oh yeah,
good.
no doubt. All right, guys. I mean, I want to see an animated feature of this. And
Yo,
that'd be awesome.
don't
to
get me
watch.
started.
All right, and I'm sure they'll do later on in these.
I'll get a couple years.
Most likely. All right, guys. That's it for a show. We went way over, but because we just had so much fun talking about this, and we only covered the one shots. We still had the storyline to even go in.
True, yeah.
That was just the one shots.
I knew we
Crazy.
weren't going to be able to talk about it.
No,
Oh,
not at
yeah.
all, not at all. But then again, we also
7 issues and
we also
whatnot. We
spoke
was
about
talking about
Doomsday Clock.
I think we
too,
covered
so.
cool. Yeah, we did our best.
So we did our best, guys. Doomsday Clock is on the shelf. Came out 2 weeks ago. Dark Knight Metal has been out around for months. So pick them up, read them, enjoy them. Metal has 3 more issues coming out. I don't think any more crossovers. I doubt it. I think just 3 more
we're done.
straight. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much our show, guys. You guys have any shout outs? Any mentions? Honorable mentions?
I guess like shout out to David Crownson,
Yes.
our second interview as the Darkened Hour.
Harriet Tubman,
Demon
Slayer.
Yes.
Rate it. It's great.
Yes.
Ugh.
And shout outs, obviously, Speaky Bride Radio, OTR Over the Top podcast that deals with wrestling, villainy games with Oh Villain, My Villain, Gnarly Marv, and shout out to the Real Shit Talkers. And also shout out to Fortress of Solitude and Joker's Child. We're comic places based in New Jersey.
Yes. Ace up. Please don't bark. All right, that's it, guys. And it's sunset on this mortal world.
As usual, guys, be sure to hit that like button. Leave us a comment on what you want to hear us talk about on another episode of The Darkened Hour. This is Aesop the Alchemist.
Joshua X Snowheart.
Teal Buff.
And we'll get back to you guys later.
Peace out.